Hi, and welcome to this week's Market Insights. This week brings a series of critical catalysts, policy updates, data releases, and earnings reports that could shift sentiment across global markets. We'll cover what's coming from the RBA, the Bank of Japan, and the ECB, dive into the latest US data, and flag the earnings that matter from Tesla to Alphabet and beyond. So let's break it down. Now, first up, on the 22nd of July, the Reserve Bank of Australia will release the minutes of its July board meeting. Those drop at 4:30 a.m. GMT +3. Traders will be watching for insights into why the RBA held rates at 3.85%, despite expectations of a cut to 3.6%. The minutes will cover the board's thinking around inflation, economic growth, and unemployment. And we're also expecting detail on the 6-3 split in the vote, a rare sign of division inside the RBA. Now, although the market may be relatively calm after the release of meeting minutes, the information will provide important clues on the central bank's thinking and upcoming interest rate decisions. Second on the agenda this week, we head to Japan. On the 23rd of July, a Bank of Japan Deputy Governor Uchida is scheduled to speak at 4:30 a.m. GMT +3. Now, this is his final public appearance before the Bank of Japan's big July 30th to 31st policy meeting, and the markets are going to be listening closely. Expect commentary on inflation trends, wage growth, and whether the Bank of Japan is ready to hike rates again, possibly to 0.75%. Traders are especially focused on Uchida's tone, whether he's turning more hawkish or signalling caution due to market instability. The Japanese yen has been experiencing significant volatility. Negative comments may trigger further large price swings, so keep your eyes and your ears open on what he says. Okay, next up, it's the European Central Bank, and the ECB will announce its policy decision on the 24th of July at 3:15 p.m. GMT +3, followed by a press conference with President Christine Lagarde at 3:45 p.m. GMT +3. Now, markets widely expect the ECB to hold the interest rate steady at 2.15%, pausing its rate cut cycle, at least for now. So why the pause? Well, first, the ongoing threat of a 30% US tariff on EU goods continues to fuel uncertainty around trade policy. Second, the euro's strength is complicating inflation forecasts. And thirdly, the ECB's tone has turned more cautious. Some members have hinted that July is too soon for another move. So during the press conference, watch for any shift in Lagarde's language, especially around September rate cuts, and comments on inflation stability and trade tensions. These could well be major drivers in the weeks ahead. Some analysts suggest that one further rate cut may come in September. If the market does see a hint of a rate cut in September, the euro could weaken from its recent position. Okay, well, let's turn our attention to the UK, and the retail sales report for June will be released on the 25th of July at 9 a.m. GMT +3. The latest official data from the Office for National Statistics showed that UK retail sales volumes fell by 2.7% in May, marking the sharpest monthly decline since December 2023. The drop was broad-based, with weaker sales in food, clothing and home improvement sections. Analysts had expected a decline, but not of that magnitude. It's a clear signal that consumer demand is under pressure, likely due to sticky inflation and slowing wage growth. This kind of contraction adds weight to the case for a Bank of England rate cut. After the release, the British pound weakened against other currencies. Will the new data pull it down again? Well, we're going to have to watch and see. And lastly for this week, but by no means least, it's earnings time again, and this week is stacked. First up, Tesla reports on the 23rd of July after the market closes. Analysts are expecting a big drop, around 23% in earnings and 14% in sales. But here's the twist. Cathie Wood has been buying into the dip, which could add some serious volatility around the print. Also reporting Wednesday after the bell is Alphabet, both GOOGL and GOOG. As a tech leader, this one's all about ad revenue and AI progress. If they beat expectations, it could set the tone for the entire sector. On the 24th of July after hours, we've got two heavyweights, Intel and IBM. For Intel, the market's focus on data center demand, AI chip development, and whether PC sales are bouncing back. IBM, meanwhile, is expected to talk more about its strategic pivot into AI and how that's playing out in its enterprise services. Now, these reports will help paint a picture of consumer resilience, especially in a high inflation, slow growth environment. Well, that wraps up this week's Market Insights. With critical economic data, central bank comments and earnings reports ahead, traders should prepare for heightened volatility, so don't forget your risk management techniques. Stay tuned to FX Open's news and analysis section on our website for real-time updates. Well, thanks for watching, and we wish you luck with your trading in the week ahead. Bye for now.